Today I will show you how to make a 2-layer stencil. But first, a brief history of stencils. Stencils date back to over 35,000 years ago when people blew pigment over their own hands to leave a trace of it on the walls of caves across Europe and Asia. Over the centuries, stencil art went through different forms and purposes. Today, stencils are used by many artists like street and graffiti artists, such as Banksy, Shepard Fairey, and Swoon. Step 1. Preparing an image. Supplies needed: paper, pencil, pen, paintbrush, X-Acto knife, paint, tape, cutting board, and a printer is optional. Option 1 of preparing an image is to use a website like Stencil Creator. Select your image and upload it to the website. The website will make a layered stencil. Option 2 is to draw your design. For this stencil, I'm making 2 layers, a silhouette layer and a detail layer. When making a stencil, remember to keep the shapes connected to the paper. For example, this A will not work. It needs to be connected to the paper like this. Here, I'm using the window as a light box for the silhouette layer. Next, transfer your drawing to a thicker paper for the stencil. You can transfer by rubbing your pencil on the back of your drawing and then on the flip side drawing over the lines. Then color in the parts you want to cut out. Next, cover with a layer of tape to make the paper stronger and waterproof. Step 2. Cutting the stencil. Remember to use a cutting board or piece of cardboard to cut on and to cut carefully with the X-Acto knife. Your design may change in the process like mine, but that's okay. Part 3. Printing with your stencil. Prepare your paint by mixing and putting them on your palette. Line up where you want your stencil. I added marks to know where to add the second stencil. With a flat paintbrush, dab on the paint. The paint should not be too watery or else it will run under the stencil. For this part, you could use a sponge or a spray paint. Let this layer dry before adding the next stencil. Line it up the best you can. dab on the paint again. I missed a few spots, so I put it back on again and dabbed on some more paint. Part 4. What else can you do with your stencil? 1. Make a print. 2. Make a pattern. You can do this by repeating the stencil on the paper multiple times. Three, add to an image or artwork.